So you can see that the entire audio spectrum can be broken down into the four main bands of lows, low mids, and highs. On some mixes, you might just have bass and treble, or say bass, mids, and treble, like in this case here. This is actually what I would call a 3-band EQ with a sweepable mid-range here. The lows and the highs are shelving EQs, just like we saw. So on the low shelving EQ, you can either cut or boost up to 15 dB from usually around, the first couple of octaves. In this case, this is be 80 hertz. So everything from 80 hertz on down, you can pull out those first couple of octaves, or you can boost those first couple of octaves to get some low-end oomph from whatever's coming down this particular channel. Now let's jump up to the top end here, which is our treble or high end here. Now, this guy's a shelving EQ as well, centered around 12 kilohertz. Now again, don't be confused about the choice of this right here. As frequencies double with every octave, you can see here that this is really only going to be affecting the top octave of what we can hear. So you can either boost that top octave or you can cut that top octave. So if we can hear, let me just round it off to 20 kilohertz, then an octave down from that would be 10 kilohertz. So you can see that this guy here is really boosting just the very, very top end of, actually not even the top octave. It's probably less than the top octave of what we can hear, but that's really where all the sparkle lives. So just a few dBs added here can add some sparkle to my voice. Obviously, once you boost up to 15 dB of this top octave, it gets fairly harsh. But if there's particular instruments that you wanted to roll that off, you could do that right here. So you can see that the low and the high, they're both shelving EQs. The mids here are a sweepable EQ. In other words, you can still boost the mid-range or cut the mid-range, just like you do with these guys here. And you can actually see these are color-coded. That the blue knobs here are boosting the low, boosting the mid, boosting the highs, or cutting on those three ones here. But the mid-range is a little bit special because once you boost, then you can sweep that frequency around by using this knob here, and everything from 100 hertz, 150, 600, 1K, 2K, 3K, 8K, you can then dial in the particular frequencies you want to boost in that mid-range, or you want to cut in that mid-range. And again, these numbers are exponential, so it doesn't go like 100 hertz, 200 hertz, 300 hertz, 400 hertz, 500 hertz. It's because these are exponential. Every time you go up an octave, they double. Then we are dealing with 100 hertz, 150, then 600, then 1K, 3K, 8K. All of these are exponential. So again, 2 shelving EQs and 1 sweepable mid-range EQ. The blue knobs do the boosting and the cutting, but in the case of the mid-range, you can actually slide around and decide what particular frequencies in the mids you want to boost or cut.